Former Congressman Brad Ashford wants his old job back. He announced over the weekend that he will try again to defeat Republican Don Bacon. And Brad Ashford joins us here on Up Front at 4. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Back to work.
Yeah. Let me talk to you about the decision. There had been some thought that either you or your wife Ann would run. Well, why you, not her?
Well, I don't think it's really so much that. I think Ann, exceedingly qualified. She has a career in business as a business executive, and my career has basically been as a legislator. And after several months of talking about it, getting back into the swing of things after the session in Washington, we decided as a family, it was a great process, that, you know, Brad, this is what you do. You want to get back to work, go get back to work.
What would you say to those that say, you know, Don Bacon's only been in office for roughly 6 months. He's just barely even got there, and already you want to get back in?
Well, I wanted to get back in the minute I left there, after we got the Veterans Bill passed for the Veterans Hospital in Omaha in December in the lame duck. It was a little bit of a downtime, but that's the process today. I mean, if you want to get back in, if you want to work for the people of this district, which I do, it's what I do, you have to start now. And I respect Don, but I think he started running against me the first day I was in Washington. But I hadn't even got my office yet.
Right, you mentioned that during our debate here on 3 News Now with the Omaha World Herald. Let me ask you this. Don defeated you in November. We're in June of 2017. What makes you think that voters have changed that much, that they would prefer you this time?
Well, you know, I trust the voters, and it's impossible to presume what they are going to do or not do. But I promised when I went to Washington I'd work across the aisle and get things done. We were able to get the runway accomplished. I worked with Jeff Fortenberry to do that. For Bellevue, that had been sitting out there at Offutt for years without being repaired. And then the Veterans Hospital project had been sitting there, I don't know how long, a couple decades. And we were able to, working with Jeff and with Republicans and Democrats alike, we were able to fulfill our promises. I promised I would do those things. We did those things. And I'm going to promise again, I pledge to work across the aisle. I really, when you're legislating, you shouldn't care about parties. You should care about your district. So that's really mine.
Let me ask you this: Democrat Cara Eastman is also in the race. You'll likely face her, perhaps others, in a primary. What would you say to those that say we need fresh blood in Washington, or we need different faces and different?
Well, I was only there. I was pretty fresh blood. I was only there 2 years, but I think it's really a promises made, promises kept. I told the people of this district what I would do. I was one of the most bipartisan members, and by being that, we were able to pass a budget in 2015, for the first time since 2011, and again, get some of these things done for Omaha. I think the experience I've had as a legislator for 18 years and my desire to work across the aisle makes a big difference, and I think it's results. If I had come back here and not been able to do what I said I would do, sure, but we were able to do that. So I think I make the same promise again. I will work for the people of this district. I want to go back to work. This vacation thing is, I've had too much vacation. It's time to get back to work.
There.
Thanks, Craig.
Brad Ashford, good to see you on 3 News Now. By the way, we did speak with Republican Congressman Don Bacon's campaign spokesman this afternoon. He gave us this statement, Scott Peterson. Being in office just over 5 months, Congressman Bacon is focusing on his job, working hard for the 2nd District, and not yet looking ahead at his campaign. And we'll be right back.